Hello Commanders, I'm Commander Gremlin Spotter, and in this video I'm going to show you my rescue ship build. I call her Reclamation. If you're looking for a rescue ship that can get to any burning station in the galaxy on its own, manage the extreme heat experience during a rescue operation, rescue 168 passengers on every mission, and collect the majority of the canisters floating around the inside of the station, then this build is for you. While I'm fairly new to the rescue ship commander role, I do enjoy playing it. I don't have a lot of experience in it. I just kind of took an Anaconda, went out to a station that needed some rescuing and started performing rescues to the best of my ability, and based off what I learned while performing those rescues, I started kind of building on what I learned and adding to the ship, and so this is pretty much what I came up with. I really enjoy the build. It works for me. It might be over-engineered. I don't know. Those of you who do rescue missions, I'd love to hear your input on this particular build. Maybe give me some pointers on where I could improve. Maybe tell me where I've done some things right. And that way you can help others who are coming here looking for a rescue build to make even better build and make something they like. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get on to the build. Alright, so starting with the utility mounts, I've got two heat sink launchers, plenty of heat sinks to make sure I keep my heat down if I get myself into any trouble. Going on to the core internals, I went ahead and engineered the lightweight alloys. I know there's explosions and stuff that happen in there, so I gave myself heavy duty armor 4 just to strengthen the ship up a little bit and abuse some of the beating I might take in there. The power plant, I went with a 5A power plant, engineered it for low emission power, and put thermal spread on it, hoping to lower the total amount of heat that I have on my ship. 7A thrusters, went clean drive with thermal spread, again trying to keep the heat down. Next we'll go into the frame shift drive. I went ahead and went 6A with a modification of increased FSD range and mass manager, in order to allow my ship to go to any station in the galaxy in a short amount of time as possible. I got the 5D life support, 5A power distributor. I was trying to keep it light again as best as possible with 8D sensors. Again, just staying light, trying to keep my jump range up. Here we're going to put a bunch of economy class, because that's you can fit the most amount of people, and they're not too picky on first class cabins, so a lot of economy class. Went with the cargo rack so I could pick up some of the stuff floating around, some of the debris floating around in the station, you know, escape pods and all that kind of stuff. Went with the more economy class, and then I went ahead and did a module reinforcement package, because I know when you start taking on heat damage, your modules get affected the most, so I wanted to strengthen those up a little bit in case I started taking some heat damage. Next, more economy class passengers, a 4A fuel scoop in order to get, in order to travel long distances to make it from one station to another if I decide to go to a bunch of different ones. 4C shield generator, mainly to, again, keep myself safe from explosions and that kind of stuff that happens in there. Yeah, I just want to keep my ship safe as possible while operating it, so shield generator it is. And then I went ahead and put 1A collector limpets on there in order to help collect the stuff floating around inside the station. So I can put 2 limpets out at once. Well, there's my build. If you're only interested in doing passenger missions, I would go ahead and drop the shields. I would drop the fuel scoop off of it, drop off the limpet collectors, and you should end up bringing your capacity from 168 up to 202 for passengers. If you like the idea of picking up some of the stuff that's floating around in the station like I do, go ahead and keep it the same way. Maybe I would keep the shields only because there's a lot of explosions going on, and some stuff can bump into you and start damaging your ship. The shields typically keep you pretty safe. Some of the explosions will actually push your ship into like the structure, so I would keep those on. Maybe drop the fuel scoop. That'll get you an extra, I believe, 8 passengers, so you'll be at 172. I'm only able to stay up for 2 or 3 minutes and then I land because of the way the time works. I'm going to do a video about how I use this ship during a rescue. I'm going to show it and you'll see what I'm talking about, so I don't get too much into that right now. But anyways, I spend 2 to 3 minutes collecting all the debris or all the canisters that I can, and then I end up landing, typically with about 5 minutes left for the landing, and then I pick up passengers and I leave. During that time, I fire off maybe 2 heat sinks. That's pretty much all you really need. It absorbs heat very, very well, so it goes up really fast, and when it hits the 60% range, it typically levels off and starts going up very slowly after that, the way it's built now. So anyways, like I said, I'd love to hear what everybody thinks about the build. Pointers would be great. You know, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? All that kind of stuff would be great. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you out there, Commanders.